Eliminator from American Gladiators, mixed with all the cool laser parts from Entrapment. You know, the Catherine Zeta-Jones vehicle.
Yeah, it's a classic. But how do we know this is going to work?
Because it was designed by the best. Catherine Zeta-Jones, she dips beneath the lasers. Ooh. 22-minute podcast. 22-minute podcast. Don't want to take up much of your time. Just gonna read some headlines. Stuff.
Welcome to the 22-minute podcast. My name is Wes Evertson. Today is Crevasse Day.
With them crevices.
Wednesday, April 30th, and I am here with Mike Finley and James Fass.
Hey, guys.
There they is. There they is. Yeah, Crevasse Day. You know, go get yourself a nice vase. You know, put it on a mantle, and you know what? Only bring it out on Wednesdays.
On Wednesdays.
So maybe glue it to the stand, just to make it like a quick motion. Because I hate moving. Oh, man. You know, I had to figure out, you know what's weird? So I was having internet issues, connectivity issues with my MacBook when I was using anything other than one specific television. And I just, like, what the fuck is that?
That's weird. Yeah.
Well, it's not. It really doesn't have. Well, you know, there's some details in there. Okay, yes, it's the MacBook. Yes, it's the TV. But really, what it is was, actually, you know what? Yeah. So it either has to do with the MacBook itself, which it seems like, or the TV, or these monitors, or other televisions having kind of limited function to where, like, I had to get like a certain HDMI cable.
Really?
And now I have no issues. So I guess it's the Mac. That's what it is.
That's wild.
Because it works on everything now. Yeah, it's weird. So weird. So yeah, I actually have what I'm running right now is a HDMI to a USB-C. And the USB-C is the one that's plugged into the Mac.
That's interesting.
I know, man.
And that was the U.S. before Christ?
That's correct. I'm sorry, I had to spell that in my head. I apologize. Anywho. So before I figured that out, I was moving my TV in and out of my living room and
like it was an analog reception.
Yeah,
this fucking
sucked, dude. So I get it. Get yourself a vase. Maybe glue it. Maybe make sure it's a light vase.
Ooh,
Don't get a nice one.
Yeah.
Honestly, if it's made out of plastic, but you hit it with a light in a corner on Wednesdays, you know what I mean? It could look real.
Couple mirrors.
Right. Ooh. So you're really getting into some stagecraft.
Yeah.
You know, I like that.
Yeah.
That's what we should have done with our lives. Anyway, moving on. Yeah, it's Crevasse Day. Get yourself a vase. Put it on a light piece of wood, or a light stand made of wood. If it's made of plastic, kind of like those old mother you know, Easter, and you got the what is the scene? The nativity scene. Like if it's a vase made out of that shit.
Yeah.
Oh, maybe it lights up too. That'd be kind of fun.
That would be neat.
These are just ideas. All right? For
you. Do you. Yeah, you do you.
Yeah, you take them and you run with it. And email me and tell me what you did.
Yeah, send us your pictures. 22-Man Podcast.
That's the full
at gmail.com. Yeah.
Gmail. Yes.
Podcast.
All right. Well, what happened on this day? What happened on April 30th in the past? If we believe it, you know what I mean? I believe a lot of it. That's the kind of thing. That's the funny thing about questioning literally just these huge swaths of history. It's like you actually how it's like the moon landing. All right, I'm sorry. Yes, I want to believe the moon landing was faked as well. And who knows what they did up there in space? For sure. Listen, there's questions, but the idea that it was filmed. Okay, so we got cameramen. We got. I mean, so I don't know how many people would it take to create that production, and then how many people would it take to keep it secret just because they own property or they have to.
Right, you're telling me a PA kept that a secret the whole time?
So yeah, right. So you're telling me you got like a 68-year-old government op as a PA? I just don't none of this makes
royalties,
sense.
Baby. It's royalties.
Yeah, right. At Kubrick, every movie he made, that was the deal. Didn't matter if it was about
and then
space.
They killed him because he was about to release it.
Yeah, it's called Eyes Wide Shut. You should have seen the director's cut. There was a whole B plot where Tom Cruise was faking the moon landing. He was going back in time too.
Back
It was
in
crazy.
time. Yeah,
It was
wild
crazy.
stuff.
Actually, let's make that movie.
That sounds fun.
An ultra erotic movie about marriage that also involves time travel and faking
And the
moon-
Illuminati.
the Illuminati and faking the moon landing. Yes, but we can't forget that ultra erotic part.
Yeah.
Got all our bases covered.
Shout out Tinto Brass. If you don't know Tinto Brass, he directed a lot of oddly perverted Italian movies that Italy was just like, this is what we like.
Oh.
This represents us.
Like that's what it's hard not to watch old like French or Italian movies and not be like, maybe wear 2 layers of underwear when you go to those countries. You could say they're more comfortable with their sexuality, but at the same time, like being a woman there sounds scary. At least in the 70s and the 80s.
Yikes.
When Tinto Brass was going strong. Tradition. Anyway, all right. Have you seen Fiddler on the Roof?
No.
I've only seen 15 minutes of it, but that's the first song. Tradition.
I was in a production of that in middle school.
Oh, nice.
That's racist, James.
I'm okay with it. No. Can't say it. I'm sorry. That was terrible.
I'm sure you weren't at a what do they call, like there's a Jewish school off of 35 on the way into Denton. You know, I don't remember what you call a Jewish school.
We got so derailed here.
I mean, you derailed it. We're having conversation.
It's not a synagogue.
No, it's not a synagogue. That's where they
You
go.
said you said Fiddler on the Roof, and I said I was in a production of that, and you think I'm lying.
No,
I
I'm
had
not.
two lines,
No, I'm
buddy.
not.
I had 2 fucking lines.
Oh, what were the lines?
I wasn't thinking you were lying.
One of them was Mazel Tov Tevye,
Mazel
and
Tov,
the other
yeah.
one, but it was like a sarcastic Mazel, like Mazel Tov, like because
Mazel Tov, Tevye.
Tevye
and then
was in
the other
movie.
one was a broom.
A broom?
A broom?
Mm-hmm.
A broom.
A broom.
Tevye was played by an Israeli actor. Look at that.
Nice.
Cool.
I don't know. I was looking at stuff yesterday about it. Tradition. It's uncomfortable because like it really is like it opens with them being like, hey, the purpose of the daughter is to like be sold off pretty much. So and like it's about a guy who like has too many daughters and no sons pretty much. So he's like, fuck, I'm poor and I'm not going to get any money from my, you know. Anyway.
A broom.
A broom?
A broom.
That sounds almost like a racial slur for. I don't want to say who. Oh, there goes a broom. You can deliver anything with hate.
Yeah, no, you
know what I
can.
mean?
You can.
Oh, microphone. Whoa, he called me a microphone. I got really uncomfortable.
Jeez.
Okay. Okay, well, what's today? It's April 30th. And on this day in 1789, George Washington is inaugurated as the first president of the United States because he was the only guy breaking 6 foot.
The tallest dude in the room.
That's like one theory of why he was so... He was just a very domineering guy, and his height helped that. Not that obviously he probably wasn't saying some cool stuff and leading some cool...
Right.
But it just kind of helped that he also was like as tall as you, me, or James, but at the same time, everybody was like, oh my God. Looking up. Oh, my God.
Really
I
look
would've
up
been
to
a
this
giant
guy.
back then. 6'2".
Yeah,
I could have been president.
That's what I'm saying. Yeah, because I think he was 6'2", right? I think that was it. Anywho, they asked me at the doctor yesterday, how tall are you? And I was like, I think 6 foot and some change, but I don't want to claim 6'1". She laughed, so.
I like saying 5'13".
Oh. Wait,
Nice.
is there an inch? But if it's 5'12", so
Just look up from the paperwork.
what if you're not wearing shoes?
11,
that sounds
12,
easier.
wait, 1, 2.
Carry the one.
Carrie. Wait, what's your name again? Carrie what?
But if there's 12 in one, then 1 plus 12.
Right. But that's a
$250 of a billion.
You won't-
250.
a 250. Excuse me. Yeah, that's gonna have to become just a part of our show. We're gonna have that drop. You're gonna have to do drops, okay?
Okay.
I can't do all this.
Are you labeling him
and be
Mike
stoned.
Drop?
Anywho. Yeah, mic drop, right? See, and it just works. The puns there, y'all love puns. I'm working on it. You know what I mean?
I'm building them up.
Yeah, I'm trying to work my way into that world. Puns are great for like. I always thought puns were perfect for titles of stuff. You know.
Yeah.
Anyway, I gotta expand my pun brain. On this day in 1939, NBC makes its first public television broadcast. Were they doing private stuff before then? You know, man. What were they doing before that? 1939, huh?
Yeah.
Coincidence? Who funded NBC, huh? Follow the money. That's Hillary Clinton. It's Hillary Clinton. Look it up.
Okay.
And she was right. That's the thing. She just also wasn't putting that ire on herself, because why don't you follow her money?
It's true.
You're going to find out some other problematic things.
We've all seen the Pelican Brief.
I actually have not, but I will.
What?
Well,
It's got your boy in it.
Video shop.
I know. I agree.
Sam Shepard.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Yeah.
I did not
And he
know
plays an alcoholic. Be like looking in the mirror.
He's good at that. He's good at that. I think he learned from his father. But yeah, when you choose the Pelican Brief for the video shop, that's when I'll watch it.
Nice.
Okay.
You know what? Little producing on the air. We got a little bit of time I think I can take for this. Actually, have we gotten through anything? No. Let's keep going. On this day in 1945, the Hitlers, the two of them, commit suicide. Speaking of which, we'll definitely.
Bravo! Magnificent!
Yeah.
Good job.
That's always kind of the ironic joke online of like, yeah, Hitler was a bad guy, but he also killed Hitler. Yeah, I know. It's a Reddit thing. You know what I mean? Like, I think I got a giggle out of it the first time I heard it, and then from there, well, that's the problem though. If you look at like, if you get too into any comment section, comments are memes at this point. You don't have to have an original joke or anything. You could just say the joke that everyone's already said 1,000 times. And like back when bullying was more important to our culture, we didn't allow that shit. One person got to make the joke, and they got the credit.
Hey,
for
they
it.
already said it.
And then if you didn't say it to where everyone could hear it and someone else said it and got a
right,
laugh, my God, that's the end of your world.
That's right. And because that's also the rules, is like say it right and say it so people can hear it. If he delivered it better than you, but people also heard it, that's still better, and it's his joke.
It's all about timing, baby.
Ask him for $5. That's the best you're going to get.
Yep.
Hey, listen, that's your joke now, but you know I wrote it. I'm not going to argue with everyone else. How about a couple
Carlos
bucks?
Mencia.
Yeah, how about a couple bucks? That's all. That'll make me feel validated, all right? So
Royalties.
anyway, watch Downfall. It's a great movie. It's about the last like 24 hours in the bunker. It doesn't do anything to necessarily humanize Hitler at all. In fact, I think the fact that it kind of doesn't acknowledge the genocide or like anything like that is it just shows the ego that all of these people had, where they were just in this bunker, kind of trying to conduct this war, miles from the front lines, miles from people actually putting people in camps and stuff. And
I just like I like whenever like the new age racist is like Hitler had the right idea, and I'm always like suicide.
there you go.
No.
Yeah, well, they don't believe the Holocaust happened, even though there's tremendous documentation of just the camps building. You know what's crazy? Okay, I didn't.
What do they get out of that? What do you get out of that?
Well, they are racist. Like they want to. Honestly, it really.
How does that serve you though? Like you still have to go to work. Like you still have to.
Oh,
like,
sure,
fucking
yeah.
You know what I mean? Like why are you
right there
putting
with you.
energy into this?
That is the biggest thing. It really is proof that they lean so much into the bigotry while ignoring tax breaks for corporations, tax breaks for billionaires, millionaires, while increasing taxes and a lack of. Well, that's the thing is like they're also convinced that the people making minimum wage and depending on minimum wage are brown and black people of color. So that's the thing is like they're just so completely separated, and you can't imagine like the echo chamber and how sick it is at this point, and it does come along
And
with
that's what it is, an echo chamber.
but they want it, and that's the thing is I think they're fully aware of it almost at this point. They're trolls, and they don't care. Like their bigotry has just simply turned into I don't care what the truth is, because here's the real thing. Okay, I think we're slow pedaling just as we have been. Like more and more people are denying the Holocaust now. Well, we're gonna get to the point where they're like, no, it happened, and I want it to happen again. Like that's really what it is. They're hiding the fact that it's anti-Semitic to say to deny the Holocaust, because that's the point. They want to hate Jews and they don't want them to be victims. Not because saying it didn't happen is like, oh, is there proof it didn't happen? No. They just want to discredit that it happened so they can go on hating people and making them the enemy and having them never been persecuted.
I.e. Henry Ford.
Sure. Oh, I mean, dude, the same thing is true with Native American people, black people. They want to downplay slavery as well. You know, it's absolute insanity. It's just to make themselves feel better, so they don't have to actually change or broaden their mindset. And I didn't mean to go on that rant. I'm very sorry.
Get a Voss. It's
okay.
for Voss Day.
You got to get them.
Yeah. Why don't we just, let me see. Okay, we got to do movies. We at least got to do movies.
Can we do
today.
one music real quick?
Sure.
On this day in 2002, Vanessa Carlton's debut studio album, Be Not
Nobody
Nobody, is released.
This is the reason, and you're over. Anyway, yeah, that's fine.
Well, containing her masterpiece, 1,000 Miles.
How's that go again? I honestly don't remember.
Making my way downtown,
Oh,
walking
that's
fast,
that- okay,
faces
sorry.
past, and I'm homebound.
I thought that song was called Downtown. I don't know. You know? Making my way
She was
downtown.
driving a piano in that in that video.
Yeah,
right?
bud.
That's pretty impressive.
It was.
Did she shift with the pedals? You know what I mean?
Yes, she definitely did.
Nice.
She like changed the octave and then like downshifted at the same time.
Wow. So
Incredible.
she probably had to stop traffic for a bit.
She's really talented, and it was in New York.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, so they're already in she can go whatever pace she wants in New York.
Right.
All right.
I'm a courier.
Well, no, it's a bike. Technically, I have a permit. It's a bike.
I'm in the lane.
All right. Well, action. On this day in TV and film history, on this day in 1999, we were all seduced by Catherine Zeta-Jones.
Catherine Zeta-Jones.
As she dipped through lasers.
She dips beneath lasers.
Ooh. Yes, on this day in 1999, Entrapment. I think technically it wasn't entrapment. I think it was blackmail. They try to go through this whole explanation of why entrapment's entrapment and blackmail's not blackmail. And I think I remember at one point being like, I think that's wrong.
I believe entrapment is doing something you wouldn't normally do.
No, it's so blackmail, at least the way that the movie tried to explain it, was like one of them has to do with like police, like law enforcement is entrapment, and criminals are blackmail.
Like trying to get you to do something you wouldn't normally do
yeah.
would be entrapment.
Okay, maybe I'm just misunderstanding. You know what? I'll have to revisit. Doesn't matter. On this day in 1999, the Tom DeLonge starring film Idle Hands was released. Wow, I can't believe we get to do Idle Hands on the video shop.
Offspring's in that movie.
That feels really inappropriate, to be honest with you. That feels like a 2000s movie.
It does kind of have that feel for sure.
I like that movie.
No, I like it. It's hilarious and it's ridiculous. And Jessica Alba is moving on. On this day in 2004, Envy was released, and it's such an underrated.
I agree.
Jack Black,
Ben Stiller.
Ben Stiller film.
Yeah.
Flan.
Yeah, I love how they make flan to be, because I never heard of flan before the movie myself. So it did seem like this mystical, like magical thing. And then I asked my parents, they were like, they got flan at the grocery store.
Flan on the go, dude.
Yeah, like it's just
Ride your
right
bike,
there.
get some flan.
But they just made like such a production of flan. It's
I mean,
Look,
cheesecake.
Christopher Walken is in that too. Vaporize.
You tell me you got dog shit here. You know what?
Dog shit.
I gave
Dog
up.
shit.
I gave up halfway through the impression, so I really discouraged right now by what I just
Cleaning
did.
up my dog shit all wrong.
You're cleaning up my dog shit all wrong. I can't do it right now. It's my tongue.
But where does it go?
Um.
It's killing the horses.
Well, on this day in 2010, the Rooney Mara starring Jack Earl Haley helmed. No, that's directing. Also starring Jack Earl Haley, A Nightmare on Elm Street.
I liked it.
Yeah, I don't know
Yeah.
why. I don't know why it gets any crap. It's just a Nightmare on Elm Street movie.
Mhm.
It did what it needed to do. Did it retcon? Did it retcon something? Did it not make him a pedophile, or did it like overly make him a pedophile?
No,
I don't know.
it definitely enforced the idea that he was originally a pedophile,
Yeah.
and that's
Okay, so
why
maybe
they
that's
burned
why
him
people
alive.
didn't like it. It's because they went ahead and said like they made it clear that he was a pedophile.
Oh no, this is what
Yeah.
he did.
I don't have.
He's
any
a
problem.
monster.
It's like, I guess the fan base was telling on themselves. They were like, "Stop making him like kids."
Yeah, maybe. Well, I mean, that's the thing is maybe if there was a huge swath of the fan base who were like, well, if he's not a pedophile, I kind of like him. He's kind of fun. Like he says funny things and he's played by this guy, but then all of a sudden they make the character a pedophile and they're like, well, now I can't kind of wear a shirt of him because now he's a pedophile.
But in the original, he was a pedophile too. They just didn't say it.
They just didn't explicitly say it.
He didn't have a line where he was like, "And I like him young" or something.
Bitch.
You know what I cut with this one? Yeah, something like that. Anyway, whatever.
I have Robert Englund though.
Yeah, obviously
The
a
OG.
fantastic performance.
Yeah.
I don't have any emotional ties to the series personally, other than Dream Warriors. That's the best one. Dude, that screenwriter is like an Academy Award winning screenwriter.
What? No way.
I think he's I can't remember what he did recently. He came out of retirement to he came out of retirement to direct I don't know if it's like The Last of Us. It's something.
Oh, really?
Yeah, it's something. I don't think it's The Last of Us. Anyway, he
We'll look into
recently came out of maybe it was Severance. I fucking don't remember.
Oh, it has what's her face too.
I don't remember, but anyway, you'd have to give it a Google.
Give it a Googs.
I know that he came out of retirement and he's amazing. All right, let's get to these B-days. Man, another calm down day. All right. Turning 37, calm down.
Chill out.
Anna de Armas.
Okay.
I'm staying calm. Calm.
Not so much for me this next one, but definitely for Mike here.
Oh, for sure.
Me too.
Chill. Okay, well, chill your pants. Turning 40, Gal Gadot.
That's why I wear a fanny pack.
So you can cover it up and flip it up into it. It's actually hollow and it has a
There's a hole in the back.
There's a catcher in the back, yeah, so you can secure it. Definitely a calm down for me in the last decade. Honestly, she in her 30s. I've been like, what's going on?
She's just always gotten better with time.
What's Kirsten Dunst doing over there? What's that about? Huh? But turning 42, already taken by a good old Texan. No big deal.
Yes, it's all right.
Married to Jesse Plemons, so good for them. I love that for them. Good for them.
Good for them.
Turning 50, Johnny Galecki. That's I don't know.
The young boy and
I only
the
really
son.
Right. He's in Big Bang Theory. You'd recognize him. I only mentioned it because it's also his co-star's birthday, Kunal Nair. He's also in Big Bang. So I just thought that was fun. We have time for one more. What do you want to do?
Dead. Born on this day now dead. The grandpa from the Munsters.